The Retainer is a loyal and stalwart knight classically trained in the tradition of sword and shield. This is your typical quality knight, primarily using Strength and Dexterity as its main attributes. Since this is a martial class, the focus will not be on spells and incantations, but on special buffs from specific pieces of armor. In this guide, I will be showing you where to find all of these armor pieces, as well as the weapons specific to this class. I also have a starter guide link in the description below, so if you haven't watched that yet, make sure to check it out, as this character I am using will be leveled according to that, with access to certain points around the map as well. With all that out of the way, let's venture on the path of the Retainer. Are we ready to take the path of the Retainer? So if you followed my starter guide, you should have just killed Margit. That's where I am right now. I'm in Margit's arena right before Stormveil. But we're not heading into Stormveil yet, because we are going to follow the path of the Retainer and get all the items, all the armor, all the weapons, all the goodies for this specific class in the Elden Ring Convergence mod. So if you go to your inventory, you should have your notes on the path for the Retainer and the weapons for the Retainer. Hit X to view them. They should tell you what you can get, where they all are, vaguely where they are. We're going to go, find exactly where they are in this video. And then, obviously, you have your weapons as well, and where those all are. So, you can obviously go in any order you want. I'm going to kind of go in an order that I think makes sense progression-wise. And we're going to start with kind of the easier thing that you can pick up first, and then some of the harder things last. Like we need to go to Mogwyn and Erdtree, and things like that at the end. Whereas some of the items we can just buy off merchants and things like that. So, that's what we are doing, and we're going to start by getting the Composite Bow, which is bought from the Bellum Highway Merchant. And again, if you followed my starter guide, you should already have this grace open right here at the Bellum Church. So we're going to head there. Bellum Church is where we go. And then right down yonder, there should be a merchant right here, just chilling. And actually, I probably already have his bell bearing. I probably could have gone the Twin Maiden Husks and just bought it from them, but no, I guess I didn't. Now I have his bell bearing. But he should have the Composite Bow right here. I don't have enough runes. That's unfortunate. Let's sell. Do I have any runes I can sell? Doesn't look like it. What do I want to sell? I can sell some turtles. Or I can just kill some enemies, actually. There's some enemies right down here. Go kill these guys. Hopefully it'll give me enough. It might not be enough. There's only 2 dudes here. But here we go. Composite Bow. I also have the Talisman. Let's look at it. I have the Talisman that lets you not consume arrows, which is insane. So I think I have rot arrows on. No, I have fire arrows on. So I have unlimited fire arrows right now that I can use, which is pretty awesome. I have rot bolts. So yeah, I can rot enemies and never run out of these, which is pretty sweet. But let's pop on the bow, and we can level this up a little bit later. But next, we're going to go get the Greatsword, Osian's Greatsword, and this is a new weapon with the mod. And this is one that I'm probably going to use for the time being. It's an upgrade of the current sword we've got here. And it's northeast of the Gatefront in Limgrave, so let's go to Gatefront. And there's a small camp. I'll put it on the map. Just a second. There's a small camp right around here, I think. And we have to kill the grafted scion in there in order to get the Greatsword. So, we're going to head that way. And I'm pretty sure this is a new camp with the mod as well. There's definitely not a grafted scion there normally. And there's a bunch of enemies. There's like an ogre and tons of annoying enemies. So you got to kind of pick them apart one by one. Otherwise, you're just going to get destroyed. So that's what we're going to aim to do. We'll start with this guy, get him out of the way. Probably could be fine leaving this guy alone, but Could also use the runes. Get rid of him. Alright, here they start to come. Good just to clear him out. Get out of here. Lord Sworn's Bolt. Nice. And here's the camp. And there's a ballista right there. Watch out for that. Dudes all over the place. Giant dog. Fluffy Muppet-looking dogs. The good thing is, if you went through my starter guide, you're going to have pretty much all your flasks. So, you're good to go on flasks, and they should give you full heals if you got all the sacred tears along with the flask upgrades. Alright, so we killed Ballista Man. Is that a guy right there? There's a guy with a ballista right here. Let's get him. Okay. He's down. Alright, another guy on horseback. I'm using this Champion's Evasion. It's not the best Ash of War in the world. I thought if you held down R2, it would do a heavy uppercut, but... Alright, so here they all come. Look at this. They're swarming in. You got one of these guys that shoots the many arrows at you. Those guys suck. Watch out for him. I'm just going to kind of get out of there for right now, so I don't die. And there's the troll. How do we want to handle this? Let's get up here. Maybe we just start picking dudes off with the bow. From up here. Might be the safest approach. So, we'll go after you. We got the fire arrows. Do pretty good damage. And this bow's not even leveled up. And it's already doing like 300 damage. That's pretty good. Get those guys out of there. Oh, come on. Stop moving. Stop moving. There we go. Oh, it just barely misses when they move like that. Alright, we're gonna free aim. Oh, come on, kill him. There we go. Alright, this guy... should be able to reach him, I think. Yeah, the arrows have pretty good range in this mod. Is that real? It's going, like, through him. There we go. Come on. Got him. Alright, how much damage will it do on the troll? Not terrible. I mean, we can sit here and cheese him all day, no problem. I got unlimited arrows. He might come up here, though. I think he has the ability to come up here. Oh, we got him in the face. He doesn't like that. I keep getting him in the face. Fire damage helps a little bit. Alright, we got him halfway. Alright, let's drop in and get him now. Uh-oh. I didn't have the right weapon. There we go, nice. Can I get the stagger? Oh, he's right in a bad position. Okay. Now we got dudes coming. Not good. Alright, we got rid of him. Now we gotta deal with these guys. Alright, Mega O Captain here. Wow, I'm trying to do the Ash of War and it's not working. Oh, because I'm using the bow. Hold on, I gotta two-hand this. There we go. Ugh, it's so slow when it tries to do that uppercut. Okay, got rid of the captain. These guys aren't too bad. And then we have a dude on horseback somewhere. In this thing. These things are so annoying. Got him. Alright, where's the horseback guy? Should be around. He'll show up, don't worry. Grab the loot. Couple of schlebs left over here. So many dudes in this camp. They're everywhere. Alright, there's another captain over there. Let's sneak up on this guy and backstab. Dogs hear me. Wherever they are, I just heard dogs. Maybe not. Alright, there's no items in these wagons, so don't worry about those. Let's sneak up on this guy. Pick him off the edge, maybe? Is he dead? He's not dead, but he's out of our way, so that's all that really matters. Okay, so the Grafted Scion is going to be in this camp. Right there. So, and there's also one of those guys. So, let's take him out first. The arrows if we can. Okay, we'll heal up. I forgot what's in my Wondrous Physic, but I'm going to use it for this fight. Alright, raises max HP and damage negation. Perfect. And I'm just going to start with the bow. And then when he comes close, I'll switch to sword. Because, yeah, he's pretty tanky, as you can see. And he's got a shield. Maybe we can just bow cheese him the whole time, I don't know. He doesn't seem to want to exit this area. So you might just be able to bow cheese him. And you do need to kill him. He's the one that's going to drop the Greatsword, so... There's no chest or anything in there. There is a chest, actually, I think, but it doesn't have the sword. The Scion has the sword. Oh, I could do Mighty Shot, and that should do more damage. There we go. Ran out of stamina. Alright, here he comes. Alright, now we'll fight him straight up. Actually, let me get my shield on. We can do, counterattacks. Oh boy. Oh, alright. There we go. Alright, we should get Osion's Greatsword, and this will be a huge upgrade to what we're working with here. Can we wield it? We can. Okay, so it does require 20 strength, 20 dex, which we have. And this is a pretty cool weapon. You'll probably want to rock this for a little while. I'm still not heavy, so that's good. The Ash of War is cool with Osion's Fury. Does that, and then you can follow it up with a low sweep. Does pretty good damage. You're going to get a ton of staggers with this, because it is a great sword, so... Let's try it out with this guy. Boom, the charged heavy is really good. It's a little slow, but it does what you need it to do. I guess maybe there isn't a chest in here, so I guess we're good. Kill this jackrabbit for a second. So yeah. Let's go level this up if we can. We'll go back to the round table. And if you don't have smithing stones, if you follow my starter guide, you should have the bell bearings to get this to +5. I think it's a somber weapon, so +5 I believe. And you should have access to EG as well. But let's see what we got here. Okay, we got one somber, and that's it. We'll get it to +1. I'll go to EG a little later. We don't need to go to him right now, and then we can upgrade it some more. Let me see if I have any... I have one large somber, so I could buy some large sombers just so I'm ready to get it to +5. I think I need probably 2 more. But look at this! Look at how big this thing is. Big ol' sword. Great swords are fun to use. Alright, so large somber. Can I get 2 of them? Yes, perfect. Get those on deck. And alright, so next let's go to get the Oathseeker Knight Gauntlets, which is in the Stillwater Cave in South Liurnia. So we're going to start working toward our next set of armor, and I'm not going to, you know, get each set all at once. I'm going to get like bits and pieces of each one. But again, feel free to do any order you want, and you don't need to wear the full set to get the benefits of each item. You can kind of mix and match if you want. Each item will give different perks, you know. With this build, you're going to get things like, you know, what does the Knight Helm give you? Strength, Dex, and Endurance. Each one's going to give you some sort of Strength, Dex, and Endurance. Maybe like Stamina decrease when you wield your weapon, stuff like that. So, I think the Veteran's Armor is probably, quote-unquote, the best out of all of them. I think I was using that when I was going through and practicing with the Retainer. But again, situational, you can mix and match, and depending on what fight you're going up against or whatever, you can put on different armor, things like that. But we're going to be getting everything in this guide, so don't you worry. Alright, so we need to go down here to that cave. I guess we got to kind of go the long way here. But that's alright. Unless there's a Spirit Spring around here. They did add a lot of Spirit Springs to the mod, which is very nice. Oh, I see some things we can jump down. Let's try that. We'll get our platform on. Go off my mediocre platforming skills. But actually, maybe we can't use those. Yeah, we can. Okay. Let's go over here. And here we go. Platform Central. Okay, nothing too crazy so far. Oh, uh-oh. Am I dead? Nope, I'm good. We made it. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Wasn't too far down. And the cave should be right around yonder. Where is it? Somewhere over here. I promise. I may need to go down more. Yeah, I gotta go like into the water. Here we go. This is where it's gonna be. Alright, so we are getting Oathseeker Knight's Gauntlets. And also, if you don't have a lamp, now's a good time to maybe get one, which looks like I don't have a lamp. Did I not get one? Not seeing one. Okay, I did not get a lamp, so we're going in dark. That's okay. Hopefully it's not too dark. And let me just check my notes here. Oathseeker Knight's Gauntlets. Okay, yeah, we just need to beat the boss here to get the gauntlets. So that is what we will do. I'm just moving some things around on my other screen so I can see my notes a little better. There we go. Alright. So, drop down here. Head on in. I think this is kind of a quick cave. Oh, this is the poison cave. It's not that quick, actually. There's a little bit of a ways we gotta go, but nothing we can't handle. Now feel free to loot anything you want. I'm not going to spend too much time looting. I'll grab gold runes and stuff if they're available, but and I honestly don't remember if this is much different from the vanilla version cave. This is one of those caves I don't go into all that often, but this Greatsword's nice. Just kind of kill everything as we see it and get on through. And watch out for that. Don't do what I just did. There are explosive barrels and they will kill you. And there's more explosive barrels. So this is a good time to take out a bow. And watch out for this guy who decided to join the party. Oh, alright, here they all come. Wonderful. Enemies here are just more annoying than anything. None of them are terribly difficult. There we are. Okay, and I think that's an illusory wall. Illusory wall, however you pronounce that. Sure is. And we head into the darkness. There's a Stake America, which means we're close to the boss. Run through the poison. If you have the poison immunity talisman, pop that on. I do not have that right now, so I'm not getting it, but we're just gonna head right into the boss and we're gonna get ourselves the gauntlets. Alright, so this is a clean rot knight. Nothing too crazy, just watch out for these halo things. And his scythes. I'm gonna use the Ash of War. Oh! I need to take the bow off. Let me get the shield. Here we go. Alright. Start over. Dodge. And do Ash of War. Double it up. Yeah, pretty good damage. 921 for the combo. And we stagger him. And I missed the riposte. Look, it knocks him right down with an R1. It's pretty sweet. Alright, so you get the Halo Scythe and you get the Oathseeker Knight Gauntlets. So we came for the Gauntlets. This increases Strength and Dex by 1 and increases all weapon damage by 1%. So there you go. You start getting better buffs. Weapon damage. If you don't have Int Faith scaling, this is where these types of classes, I think they call them martial classes. Let me heal before I die. They have special benefits. Where'd that go? Those are gauntlets. Gauntlets. Oathseeker. So, Honor's Fury. When you use a grease or a consumable that you eat, you gain an effect that will increase the poise damage of your attacks by 10% and will increase your stamina recovery speed by 20 for 45 seconds. So because of that, you're always going to want some sort of grease or something that you eat on you. And the nice thing is with this mod, you can craft anything right off the bat. You don't need to find cookbooks. You can just craft whatever. So look, I can already make 3 blood greases. I can make sporific greases. Any of these is going to apply that buff. And then anything that you eat, so like, we go back up, any of these things, any of the livers, or I think even like the boluses, anything that you would like eat would count towards that buff as well. So you can kind of play around with, you know, obviously you're going to get the buff from whatever you eat or the grease from the weapon. And then you're going to get the buff with the armor. So I like to use greases, so I'm gonna get some. Start with blood grease. How many can I make? I can make 5 blood greases times 3, so that's 15 blood greases, which is quite a lot, actually. And here I've got exalted flesh and pickled turtlenecks. I believe those would all trigger, and I already have some greases that I found along the way. So you know, when you go into a boss fight, pop on a grease, pop in a liver or whatever. And you'll get the bonus. I actually need to put those on though. There we go. Oathseeker Knight Gauntlets. Perfect. Okay, so we got that. Now we're gonna head to Caelid, of all places. We're gonna kind of bop around a bit here. And I have not killed this boss, so let's do that. Let's go to, you know, you could travel the old-fashioned way, go from the Grace and travel all over, no problem. Or you can kill a boss and hit a Waygate. So this one's open where the giant crab was. So I will head there first. And then, so you're about to jump into a boss fight, so you can buff up here right now. And everything should apply still when you travel. And we're gonna go to Caelid, West Caelid, Great Jar, Overlook, right? Or do we want Caelid Highway? I think we want Caelid Highway, actually. We'll see where this takes us. Hopefully I went to the right one. Yes, I did. Okay, good. Alright, so we got... Who is this? Oh, I guess my grease didn't stay on. That's kind of annoying. A rotten monk. And he poisoned me. Thanks a lot. Oh, and I'm fat rolling. Oh no. Why am I fat rolling? Probably because of the armor I just put on. Alright, he does Scarlet Rot and poison and blood. Oh, that's annoying. And I'm fat rolling. This is not ideal. And he's got pest threads. Hold on, let me take something off. Still fat rolling? I think I'm okay now. There we go. Take that, buddy. There. Alright, we poised right through that. That was nice. Let's heal up. Let's heal up. Give him a little Ash of War. Oh, he rotted me. Heal. I'd like to get off of this rock. There we go. Heal up again, just for good measure. We got plenty of flasks. There we go. Alright. That was a little risky, but we got him. And you get new physics stuff. That's always good. Make sure to get the grace. Sometimes I kill these bosses and I see the Waygates open, but I forget the grace. So obviously make sure to get that grace. And can we level? We can. So basically for leveling, you're going to want to focus on Vigor, Endurance, Strength, and Dex. Don't worry about Mind. You're not going to be using spells. Your Ash of War will take Mind, but you know, you can pump a little bit into Mind, but you know, with the FB regen and the mod, you don't need a ton of Mind. I'm probably going to start pumping Strength a little bit. Yeah, Strength helps my weapon, so let's get to 20 there. And let's see, we got some remnant crafting to do. Did I already do Strength Dex? I probably did. Strength Int. Yeah, I already did Strength Dex. Let's get like a straight Strength one. And what would be good here? Probably Stamina. Eliminates all stamina consumption. Yeah, that sounds nice. And then let's see. Yeah, we'll get the bubble tier. Why not? What am I currently using? Max HP and damage negation, which is fine. But I'm probably gonna want to put on. Now that we got the good sword, I might just go on a little more damage and get physical attacks and more likely to break enemy stances. That is always nice to have. Okay, so now we're looking to go to Fort Gael, which is right there. And this is pretty similar to the base game. We're looking for the Veterans Gauntlets. And a little bit of a jog on Torrent to get there. Again, you can kill all the enemies and stuff as you see fit along the way, but I'm just, for sake of the video, I'm just trying to get there and do minimal killing. You see items along the way, just run right over them, you'll auto-collect them. Very nice quality of life addition to the mod. And we wrap right around, follow this path. If you have graces open and there's a faster way to get to this fort, by all means take it. This is just what I had available. And there's gonna be a ton of enemies here, just run right by them. Or kill them, if you want. Up to you. If you want the runes, kill them. If you just want the item, just run by them. Alright, so we head up here. Can't go through that way. We gotta go this way. Up the route. There's a dude right there, waiting for us. Get rid of him. Climb up the ladder. Alright, there's a lion down there. You don't even have to go down there. Don't worry about the lion. Unless you want to, of course, if you're feeling it. Can I backstab you? Sure can. Alright, he's dead. Grab the large smithing, why not? Keep in mind, this weapon is still a +1. We have a whole level system with this weapon to go, and it's already doing pretty well. I'm almost one-shotting these guys with the Ash of War. Alright, there is a captain back there, so we gotta clear out the schlebs first. Alright, here we go. Let's Ash of War him. Oh, he got me with that. Oh, am I dead? He killed me. He dropped me off the ledge. Man. That's annoying. Oh, alright, that move is kind of deadly. Yeah, we're just gonna counterattack each other. Oh, don't knock me off again. Please don't knock me off again. One more. Okay. He's gone. He's a little tanky, so careful with him. Alright, what we came for should be up here. Excuse me. No, it is not. I think I went right by it. There is a portal there that I believe takes you to Redmane Castle, so we can grab that after. Here's the chest. I totally went right by it. So I guess you don't need to fight the dudes if you don't want. There's the veteran gauntlets. Grab those. Now you can compare and contrast. If you want veteran instead of Oathseeker, feel free. Veteran increases strength and dex by 1, also increases endurance and vig by 2, which is obviously pretty good. Whereas this only increases strength and dex, but weapon damage plus 1%. And then pay attention to the buffs you get when you use a grease. So this one gives you allies gain an effect that increases all damage you deal by 5%. I'd say veterans is better. That's why I was saying in the beginning, you know, the veteran set is probably the best set out of all of them. But, you know, mix and match. Okay, so we got that. Now we're going to head to Commander O'Neill. I think we're ready to fight him. He's not too tough of a boss, and he drops a couple things we need, so we're going to head there next. Okay, so actually, before we go to O'Neill, I do want to head back up here and hit that Waygate. I think it takes us to Redmane Castle. Let's just verify that. Might as well grab the Grace while we can, instead of having to run through all this again. And then I do also want to upgrade the weapon a little bit more, so we'll go to EG after this. La da da da, la da da da. Yep, okay, Redmane Castle, grab the Grace right here, and we will come back to this a little bit later. There is some stuff in here we're going to want to get, but not quite yet. Grab the Grace. Alright, so EG. Now we're going to Liurnia, way up here. And you should have this Grace again if you followed my starter guide. If you don't have this Grace, it's easy enough to get to the old-fashioned way. You can hoof it. There's portals along the way. You can get to the Lucarian Nexus, and there's a portal there that'll take you to EG. A lot of different ways, but we've got the Grace already, so we're ready to go and get any smithing stones when we need them. So we probably need 2 Sombers to upgrade. Get 2, and then he can strengthen them right here. I don't have enough runes. Let's see. Do I have any golden runes? I do, finally. Sell those. Upgrade. Man, I have a rune problem. What else can I sell to him? What do I not need? I don't really need this Halo Scythe, but I'll keep it around, I guess. Can I order by how much money it gives me? It doesn't look like it. Talisman that I definitely want. I don't know. I guess we should kill some enemies. Could be a few in these ruins here. These guys disappear. They're kind of annoying. Tell me this is a golden rune. Nope. Where's a place I can just farm enemies real quick? Gate front, I guess. They don't drop too many runes, though. Enemies rise. I have Altus access. I could go to Altus and kill some stuff. Kill these guys here at the highway junction. I could go kill a boss. That's probably actually the quickest way to get runes. You could go to a Waygate and kill a boss. Not a bad way to go. Maybe I'll do that, actually. We'll kill these guys, then we'll go do some Waygate farming. Alright, how much did they give me? 300? And then this guy went where? Where'd he go? There he is. Alright, 915 for him. Not bad. Let's go to a Waygate. I don't have any open in... We'll go back to the crab here. Just get our runes up a little bit. And we'll do all the Limgrave ones. I don't think I did Mistwood yet, did I? Check out Mistwood. Alright, this guy's not too tricky or anything. The Erdtree Guardian. Couple hits and he's probably going to be dead. Big damage right there. Get the Ash of War going. Counterattack. Another stagger. And he's dead. Let's see how many runes he gives me. Runes. 3,000. Pretty good. Let's go kill one more, and then we're probably good to go. Rest up. And I thought there was a blinking thing there. And we'll go to Weeping. And this should be an Erdtree avatar. There he is. Mr. Erdtree Avatar himself. These guys are pretty easy. Once you figure out how to fight them, shouldn't be any problem. Of course, I get stomped right there. And I missed that roll. That's great. There we go. Big damage. Riposte him. Do it again, big damage. Oh, he jumped. Decided to jump right when I was going for the backswing. Uh-oh. Okay, I gotta be a little careful now. We got him. I was just keeping it suspenseful. Obviously. Okay, grab the Grace, and we're gonna go back to EG. 9,000 quick runes there. We'll upgrade this thing, hopefully to +5. +5, please, sir. Yep, now I need Great Somber. So we got a +5. Perfect. Now we can head to the Commander. Which might be fastest. It's probably fastest to go from here. Gaelid Highway South. Alright, so Commander O'Neill's going to drop the Veteran Greaves and his Commander Standard weapon. Which I don't really use as a weapon. I use the buff that it gives sometimes. You know, if you want extra damage in a fight. It does give like a 20% damage buff, I believe, which is pretty good. You do need to wield it though, which is annoying. I suppose you could use it and then unwield it. But anyway, we're gonna go grab it. And there's a Knight's Cab, must be nighttime. I'm not gonna fight him though. Oh, he wants to fight. He's coming right up on us. Isn't there a Grace around here? I want to get the Grace. And there's a Merchant. There's a Grace right over here. We'll just rest to get rid of all the riffraff around us. Now we shall go fight the man himself. The commander. There are some items down here. Rune Arc, Great Smithing, Large Smithing. Too bad those weren't Sombers. But we'll be collecting plenty of Sombers along the way. Butterfly. There we go, Large Somber. But I think I need Great Sombers now. I'm all set with the larges. We'll grab this bug here. That will blow up on us. Sacred Ring of Light, which we are not going to use with the Retainer class. And am I going the right way? He's somewhere around here. Might have gone past him. Might be up in here, actually. Yep, there he is. Okay. So, buff up. We'll use a Grease. We'll go take this guy on. I think you can sneak up on him and get a backstab. See if it works out for us. Oh, no backstab, but we gotta sneak on him. Plenty of damage without him even moving to start. There we go, that's what we wanted. And he's half dead. His little summons are definitely going to come in and do their thing. Gotta heal. Summons are annoying, gotta say. But if we kill the commander, the summons go away. Okay, just avoid all the dudes. Go in for a hit. Oh, they knocked me off. Jump hit. Ow. Commander. Not what we talked about. One more, perhaps. Two more. Tank through it. There we go. Great enemy felled. He'll give us some runes, that's for sure. 12k. Commander Standard, Unalloyed, Gold Needle, and Veterans Greaves. Just rest at the Grace for a moment. Okay, suppose we can level. So we could keep pumping Strength or Dex. I'm gonna get Vigor to 30. Definitely want some health with this build. And let's take a look at our Greaves that we got. So, the Knight Greaves, Vanguard, and Veterans. Vanguard we're not using, that's a different class. So yeah, Veterans, let's take a look. Increases Strength and Dex by 1, also increases Endurance and Vig by 2. You don't have a weapon equipped within Faith. Veteran Shelter, when you drink a cerulean flask, so the blue flask, you become surrounded by a large aura. You and any allies within the aura gain 10% damage reduction and gain immunity to the status buildup of Rot, Poison, Frostbite, and Deathblade. Pretty good. We're popping those on. So basically, you just want to pop a blue flask before any fight. So drink your Wondrous Physic, then pop a blue, and you'll get the buff, and then do your Grease. And then eventually we'll get armor where the red flask gives a buff as well. And then there's one more buff for the helmet. Forgot what that is, but we'll find out when we get there. All right, so O'Neill is dead. We're now going to head to Limgrave. And we're going to do these catacombs. So let's go to Calais. These are the excuse me, Stormfoot Catacombs, where we get the Godrick Knight Gauntlets. And I put a marker down somewhere, and I hate it when I put a marker down, yeah, right here, and it doesn't go away, so just get that off my map real quick. We'll head to the Catacombs. This will be good. We'll get the Godrick Knight Gauntlets. And we can compare all 3 gauntlets, because we'll have the Oathseeker veterans and Godrick gauntlets at this point. And you can kind of see the differences between them. So all we need to do here is just kill the boss. It's not hidden in a chest or anything. Basically just go through the catacomb like you normally would. Get any loot if you want it, but basically need to find the pulley and kill the boss. Okay, root resin and an imp head, not really important for us. Head down yonder. Grab the Grave Glovewort, even though I'm not using summons. Kill the dudes. Maybe a guy to the right here. Take him right out. Now these things don't shoot fire for whatever reason, which is kind of nice. I guess quality of life thing. We'll take it. I'm not going to bother going down those side paths. I don't think the items are particularly important for us. But obviously feel free to check them out if you would like. We are just focused on getting the stuff we came for, which is behind the boss. And gotta drop down here. Pull this thing, and the boss door will be open for us. Now this should be a pretty easy boss at this point, so buff up if you want. Probably don't really necessarily need to. I'll drink the physic because it's easy to pop. These guys stagger pretty easily. Of course, I need to dodge him. There we go. Doing big damage. And he's dead. Noble Sorcerer Ashras, Shimmering Rune of the Storm, and the Godrick Knight Gauntlets. Nice. So, let's take a look at the gauntlets. We've got the Veteran on, we've got the Oathseeker, and where's the Godrick Knight? Right there, Godrick Knight. So Godrick Knight, Strength, Dex, and Endurance by 2. The buff you get is when you use a grease. Improves your guard stability and causes you to be healed when you block any attack. Okay, so this is like your guard counter build. If you want to use a shield and sword and block, you get rewarded for using block with these gloves on. Oathseeker, Strength and Dex by 1, increases weapon damage. This gives you poise damage and attacks by 10% and will increase stamina recovery speed. So this is more like speed and stamina and poise. And then Veteran, you know, you get better stats with Veteran just right off the bat with the Endurance and Vigor. And then this increases all damage by 5%. So this is like your damage gauntlet. Like your pure damage, which I prefer, but obviously there's a couple different types of builds you could go for with the retainer here. So pick and choose what you want, play around with them. I'm going to keep mine on the Veteran for now. And what's next? I guess we head to Stormveil and we look for the Godrick Knight Greaves. So we're going to head back to Margate. And Stormveil is a little bit different, so we're going to have to make our way through the new Stormveil. It's nothing crazy, just, you know, the pathway from the vanilla game is not there anymore. It's changed, so we'll just walk through where to go. First we'll grab the Grace. Now the front gate, you technically could go through the front gate I'm gonna go around just to kind of show this way.
Come over here, would you? It's tight.
I'll have him open the front gate in case we
Well, but of course.
want to come back. That way it's just open. Oh, I guess don't stand there. They can blow you up from through the gate. All right, so that's that. We'll take the old-fashioned way though, just so you can see a little bit of the new Stormveil as we go. Large somber, very nice. And I'm not going to be picking up every item or exploring every nook and cranny here. We're just going to get to where we need to get to, which is pretty much inside the castle and in kind of the center section. It's basically where the Black Flame, whatchamacallit, not talisman, but the Black Flame, you know, thing you use to cast spells with. That's where the Greaves are going to be. Alright, this bird wants to fight. Very annoying bird. He's gone. Alright, so bow can come in handy here if you want to take these guys out from afar. I guess I'll just run up and kill him, though. He's got the horn, does that whole thing. Triggers these guys, he's gonna come in hot. He does pretty decent damage, too. Let's heal. Oh, not gonna let me heal. Oh, come on. Alright, so this is where the bow can come in handy. If you don't want to get overloaded by dudes. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Bust out the bow. Oh, I took it off. Oh, he's already ringing his horn. I guess now the bow's kind of useless because we're point blank, but whatever. Honestly, better that they're coming down here. Fight the bigger guy one-on-one. When he didn't get triggered. We'll just go for a nice charged heavy on him. Take him right out. And you can see already the path goes outside. It's totally different now. So I'm going to go through it as fast as possible. And you can't go up those stairs. Instead you can go up these stairs. I think these are still the hooks. Yeah, the hook claws. Tons of annoying enemies everywhere. Something over here I'll grab. Throwing daggers. Alright, another one of these guys found his way to me. It's fine, we'll just kill him. And then... boop! We gotta go this way. St. Trina's arrow. Now we're outside. Welcome to the new Stormveil, everybody. Kinda cool. I like having changes like this. It's what makes this mod fun. Oh, I'm going up, he's coming down. Alright, I guess we'll meet you at the bottom, buddy. Come on down here. Sayonara. And we go up. And in here. Kill that guy. Kill this guy. Kill every guy. Just get rid of them. Alright, and you do still need the key. The rusty key or whatever it is to get in that door. Oh, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't know those guys could do that. And someone's throwing fire at me still. This place is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. But, alright, so we go in here. You're still gonna get ambushed by a knight. And I don't have a light on, so that's not great. but I don't remember them lapping like that. Like snickered. Alright, he's dead. Runark and Keys over here, I guess. Rusty Key. Get on out of there. Then we can open the door. And there should be a Grace in here now. Yep, there it is. We'll take a little rest at it, why not? Can I level up? Might be able to level up. Almost. Almost can level up. Getting close to that 10k range per level. Alright, so you do need to do some more stuff. We're not home free yet. You can't just go this way. I think it's blocked off. We'll go double check. Yep, look at that. Can't go that way anymore. Woo! Grab the item. Don't do that. Don't do that. I forgot there's a bottomless abyss there. That's fine, we're not too far from the Grace. Where are my runes at? I do want those back. There they are. Suppose we'll kill these guys again. Alright, go down the stairs this time. There we go. Alright, so then jump across. There's a dude. Get rid of him. And there's this guy, who's annoying, per usual. Fire grease, that's nice to have. Alright, so we do need to make our way outside again. Which is this way. We gotta make this jump. Definitely more platforming in the mod than the base game. Which I don't mind. The platforming is kind of fun. Adds an extra challenge to it. Alright, so now we're heading... I believe we're going this way. Oh. We might be going the other way, but I think there's something up here. Uh-oh. You know what? I remember this. Yeah. We're just gonna have to go. Roll through it and hope for the best. Oh, that was a whip. Alright, we're just gonna go. Oh! Thought I could make it. Now you're dead. Nice try. Okay. Up down to the ledge here. Marred wooden shield. You know what? I'm not sure this is the right way either. This takes us down here. Don't necessarily want to be at. Well, at least we're seeing all that Stormveil has to offer. This is probably the Crucible Night. Yes, it sure is. Alright, whatever, we'll fight a Crucible Night. When in Rome. Hey, buddy. No, don't knock me off! Oh, thank God. Ah. No! Oh, I hate how his tail can, like, go across the arena. Alright, we got him. Don't worry. Don't worry, we got him. It's all good. All part of the plan. And we head over here. Get this little ball of fire. It's not a ball of fire, I don't know why I said that. Oh, get back here. Large somber, okay, that's what I figured. Alrighty. Continue on, shall we? Yeah, so to get this item, it's a little lengthy because there's no shortcuts in Stormveil anymore. You pretty much have to take the long way everywhere you go. But at least we got the elevator. Takes us up here. Could be near a grace. Which means we're near our item, which is good news. Yay! Alright, grab the grace. Pop a squat. Can I finally level? No, I still can't. I'm losing runes. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so all we need to do is make a jump here. We don't need to go through this gauntlet of stuff. Get to the roof. And then drop down here. Drop down here and go into the basement. There's gonna be some rats. Prepare for rats. Always fun times with rats. Come on. There. They're so low to the ground, the sword misses them. Okay, dried proof liver, and then where are the chests? Are they in the other room? There we go. Enchanted remnant, nice. And Godrick Knight Greaves, let's go. Alright, so Godrick Knight Greaves. We got the Veterans Greaves, which again, I'm probably going to keep them on. Godrick Knight Greaves. Strength, Dex, and Endurance by 2. When you drink your blue flask, you gain an effect that increases your total HP and stamina by 10% and increases the damage of guard counterattacks and thrusting attacks while blocking by 15%. So yeah, basically the Godrick set is all about blocking and guard countering. So if that's your MO, and maybe it should be for me right now, because that's kind of my build, but I just like the veteran stuff. Because the veteran gives me an aura gain, 10% damage reduction, which I need to start using the blue flasks, I guess. But anyway, okay. That's as far as we're going to go in Stormveil. We're not going to go do Godrick yet. You could continue on and go do Godrick. But right now we're going to head to Castle Morn because there's another weapon we can get. And maybe this is a weapon you want to get before you even get the Greatsword. It is the Phalanx Pike. It's another new weapon with the mod. And you know, it's a lighter weapon. It's a pike is what it is. So you know, short jabs. It's got a cool Ash of War. We'll go grab it. It is somewhere over here. So that's where we're trying to get to, and there's a little bit of a maze in Castle Morn that we gotta navigate. A whole bunch of enemies too. They don't like the heavy swing, do they? Okay. Get rid of him. Hello, sir. Let's see what this item is. Rune Arc. Nice. Alright, so there should be a ladder. Leads up to a tower somewhere around here. This might be it right around the corner here. There it is. I'm gonna head up that. La 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 la, heading up the ladder. And then you run around the tower. Up another ladder. And one more ladder. To the top. Somberstone and Phalanx Pike. Let's go. Alright, so this, we want to pop it on for a second. Unique skill, Pikeman's Flourish. Twirl the spear to ready yourself for battle, causing an effect that increases stamina recovery for 20 seconds. While active, your heavy attacks use a different technique. Follow up with a heavy attack to perform a charging rush that finishes with a spinning slash. I don't love the Ashen War. It's pretty cool, but it's slow to use, so you do that, then hit charged heavy, and he does that. That's pretty much it. And then you got your, you know, Pike spear moveset, which I'm not a spear guy, so I probably won't be leveling this up. I'm gonna stick with the Greatsword, but you know, obviously we're going through and getting all the weapons regardless for this class, so that's that one. Now we can move on to Caria Manor. We're hitting all the tier 1 legacy dungeons here. The only one we're not gonna hit is Caria because we don't need any magic-based stuff for this build. And I think, let me just double check here. So we're gonna get the Oathseeker Knight Greaves from Caria Manor. So we have to make our way pretty far through Caria Manor here to get these. And we do have to kill a boss. So prepare yourself for a little Caria Manor action. And where is... Oh, I was gonna say, where is E.G.? He's over there. I just went by him. Alright, so Caria Manor is completely different. It's been overhauled. It's a new tier 1 legacy dungeon. And... again, no shortcuts. You basically have to go through the intended way. And it's gonna take a little bit. Probably at least 20 minutes or so. We'll see how quickly I can do it here. You saw how long it took me to get through Stormveil. And we didn't even go through the whole thing. But we'll see how we do. So we're gonna veer right to start. Grab that. Oh, come on, kill him. Thank you. Let's see how much. I have 25 strength. I'm just thinking, there is an item that makes traversal outside of horseback faster. But I need 40 strength, and I don't have 40 strength yet, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, let me head down here. This is one I'm going to try and just blitz through here. Keyword try. This is not the right way, but I guess I'll grab the item. If you haven't done this dungeon before, you see those glowing stones over there, like breathing ice out of them? You can hit those, there's going to be an enemy behind there, and if you kill the enemy, you get physic tier stuff. Alrighty. Trying to remind myself where to go. So this gate is the ultimate path. But we need to open it from above. So we need to head up here and then go left. Grab the chest, why not? Warding Remnant, definitely useful. Grab that item. And watch out for the big doggies. They're not so friendly. Head up here. Basically going around the entire castle. Just to open up a gate. Suppose I'll kill some enemies and get some runes, why not? Jump over there. Head up this thing. And again, we're just kind of flying through this. Then we go to the left. Up the ladder. Another jump right here. Up this ladder. Across the big old bridge. I'm just running past everything. And drop down here, and there's the lever for the gate. Alright, gate is opened, and we're gonna head through it next. Alrighty, so we got the gate open. Now we're just gonna drop down. Make our way through the second portion of Caria Manor here. Got a ghost horseman. Might as well give him a stomp. Grab those runes. Head right up in here. And we're at the next grace. Good stuff. Now you'll notice there's a ladder back there. You can go get up the roof this way if you want to explore a little bit. I'm just going to grab the large smithing and continue on. Because now we got to battle lots of ghosts on the bridges out here. So we'll head down here. Grab that. And I think I went the wrong way, so let's turn around. This is where we want to go. Should be some ghosts popping in. There they are. They're big shields. But just go around them. And then we got a Greatbow guy at the end there, so do a little zigzag move and his arrows should miss. You'll notice these little magic swords that keep popping up. Try to avoid those as well. Okay, he got me there. I was too close. Oh, come on. Ash of War action. Take care of him. And let's head up this way. Right into the elevator. And we're at the next grace already. Not too bad. Alrighty, now we should be outside. And there is a golden seed over here, so if you're still working on your flasks, grab it. Even if you have all your flasks, there still is uses for the golden seed. You can create golden extracts, which refill your HP, FP, and your Wondrous Physic. One use per death, which is a pretty cool mechanic and a cool way to reuse golden seeds. Alright, now we're getting close to the boss, who we will need to defeat in order to get this piece of armor here. Take out Burger King boys first. Alright, get out of here. You got 2 battle mages up here. I'm just gonna run by these guys. Grab this one item. We'll head into the boss. There is a stake here, so you don't need to do this run back every time. But let's buff up. Grab you, do the grease. And I'm going to use my blue flask because it does give me a buff. And prepare for the fight with Reese, Carian Paragon. Cool new boss. Oh, I missed. Need to get those charged heavies off. There we go. Alright, good start, good start. Okay, watch out for the magic stuff in phase 2. We gotta heal. There we go. He does a decent amount of damage, so you definitely want to be a bit careful with him. Ooh, tried to dodge that. Ooh. Alright, let's heal up. Oh, I missed. Oh, no. Heal up again, just to be safe. Almost got him. Should we get greedy? Should we get greedy? No, let's heal up and be safe. Oh, that was a big move. Oh boy! He got me anyway. Pretty much had him too. Alright, we'll do that again. Okay, Wondrous Physic. Blood Grease. Brilliant Tears, and we're in. I didn't even use my Ash of War at all. Maybe I should bust that out a little more. See how it does here to start things off. Pretty good. Okay, we'll take that. the magic phase 2 transition. Oh, wow. Oh, dodged too early, I guess. Oh, he keeps doing that to me. Ah. Yikes. Ah. I need to heal. There we go. Yikes. There we go. Finally dodged that. Man, that closes in quick. There we go. That was necessary. We'll finish up with an Ash of War here. There we go. We got him. Very good. And we had a Faint Relic Remnant. Grab the Grace here. Alright, so we got a flask that we can add. I think that maxes out our flasks. We can level. We'll get Vigor to 30. And maybe we'll start pumping Strength again. And let's check out that Remnant. So we've already got the physical damage. None of these are really going to help us. You know, obviously if we transition to magic or fire or something, we could use it. But, you know what? Erdtree's Favor could be helpful for the time being. See what else we got here. Where is the two-hand talisman? No, that's in a different one. The warding remnant, we're probably going to save that for the bleed immunity when we go to fight Moog. But right now, I'm just going to hold off actually until I actually need to use one of those. Okay, so to exit this place, we now have to go this way, and we're finally close to getting that piece of armor. Yeah, it's a bit of a. You pretty much have to go through the whole castle here to get this one piece of armor, but you know, as the armor starts to get better, you know, it makes sense. It's harder to acquire. Alrighty, go around this. Oh, look at that battle mage just hanging out over there. Alright, who's gonna show up on the bridge here? Can't really just be those two guys. I guess it is. Okay, that works for me. And we're going up. Alright, so the dragon makes an appearance here. And just like good old Dark Souls, he's gonna breathe some magic fire across the bridge, so be careful. Oh, he got me with that anyway. Large Somber right there. Alright, and there are dudes along here as well to make it even more fun. Alright, we'll wait for one more Dragon Breath. Alright, let's make a run for it. Yeah! Alright, that should do it. And we'll head down the stairs here. to the next grace. And the dragon is still going strong, so continue to be careful, of course. Luckily, he doesn't do too much damage to you. And I'll just rest to refill my health. Take the elevator down. And we're almost to the armor. Almost there. This is a nice big legacy dungeon now, as you can tell. Alright, get rid of him. Just get him out of the way. And we need to run outside. We'll head over here. Now this is going to open that gate, and that will take you outside, but it's going to take you basically to where that like Evergaol is and all that stuff. It's not part of the legacy dungeon. It's basically like the back door to get out of here. Okay. It is a little confusing in here, so you gotta be mindful of where you're going. That guy just appeared out of nowhere. It's always fun. See if I can get both of them with this sweep here. Yeah, alright. Get rid of him. And there we go, the Oathseeker Knight Greaves. That is what we came for, and that is what we got. And we're near a grace too, so you can grab this grace. So you notice how the dungeon kind of takes you outside a little bit, but you can't go around out here. You need to go out that gate we opened if you want to actually go outside. So, but we got what we came for, so that's good. Alright, so if we check out these Greaves here real quick, compare them to the veterans. So the veterans, again, give us 10% damage reduction and immunity to status buildups, whereas the Oathseeker Greaves gain an effect that causes your strength, dex, and endurance to be increased by 1 each time you dodge, jump, or block, and attack for 90 seconds. So that's kind of cool. So if you're dodging a lot in a fight, this is going to stack up all your stats, which is really pretty cool. Your strength, dex, and endurance, that is. So again, situational, try things out, see which ones you like. For now, though, we are going to head to another newish area in the upper Siofra region. So we're going to have to get to this Waygate, which means we got to go to a Waygate we've already been to. We'll go back to Crab here. And we're going to have to kill a couple bosses. So we're finally getting into some minor boss fights. No major bosses yet. Alright, so Underworld, and we want Siofra River, Knockground Plaza. And guess who we're going to fight? Ourselves. We got the Mimic here. Let's buff up for this one. Oh, come on. Come here, Mimic. Okay, so far so good. Out of stamina though. Almost got him. Oh, can't believe he got me with that. Yeah, you're out. Oh. There we go. Alright, nothing too crazy. Silver tier mask, Duke's herba, all that good stuff. I think this might be a larval tier, which... Nope, actually it's the Ghost Glovewort Bellbearing. So grab that. And then it looks like we can level up again, so I'm going to do that real quick. And we'll start pumping strength a little bit more now. We're on our merry way. And we have one more boss we need to fight. So since that was the Mimic, we will not be fighting the Mimic in his usual boss arena. So who do you think it's going to be? We will find out shortly. Stay tuned. This is a larval tier, so might as well grab it. In case you ever want to respec. Of course you need to get to Ronala to respec. That's still the same place to do it. Alrighty, new boss. Got the stake here in case we die. Always a good thing. Use our buffs. We'll head in. And we have a Mystic Bear. Goros, Scourge of Dreams. Not just any bear, or Rune Bear. Everyone's favorite bear. And he does mystic magic stuff, too. And he does sleep buildup. You can see my sleep meter is building up right now. Love to get a stagger on him, that would really help. There we go. Uh-oh. I can't get to him. Alright, we're just gonna have to do this and hope for the best. Maybe a little Ash of War. Okay, he didn't like that. Oh! Yeah, you gotta stay away from that mist. The mist will definitely kill you. There we go. That's what we wanted last time. Alright, big damage right there. That was a good start. Ow. Okay, and he's going to do a phase 2 transition. That's... Oh. Let's be careful here. Okay. Okay, heal up, heal up. Oh, he slept me. Oh no. I'm awake. Alright, here's all that stuff we gotta stay away from. Oh, there's more of it. Get out of there. Get out of there. He's gonna kill me again. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, we survived. Somehow survived it. Okay, there's more of it. I'm gonna heal here. Do a little Ash of War. Oh, he ran away. But we might have him. We almost have him. One more jump attack. Oh, he slept me. He slept me right in the stuff. There we go. Wow, that was close. Okay, larval tier. We get a new memory stone too, which is good. And a relic remnant. And we probably can level up again. So those are the only 2 bosses we need to fight. Now we should be able to follow the path to get the Oathseeker Knight Armor. We can pump 2 strength. Get our damage up even further. So... Use the horse for this first little bit here, then it's going to kick us off the horse, but we'll head over. You notice this is slightly different now, if you look to the left. We're going to head basically as if we were heading toward the Valiant Gargoyles, but we're not going to go quite that far. Get some items along the way, might as well. And there is a grace here. Dreaming Spirit Grounds. Okay, so basically, you can't go the normal way. You can see there's a nice blockade right there. So you need to go around. And watch out for these little dudes that shoot sleep arrows at you. They are annoying. I probably shouldn't be going straight into the enemies here, but I am. But basically this path will wrap around. And here's all these sleep arrow dudes. Just gonna kind of jump over them here. Zigzag a little so they can't shoot us. Sleep pot. Grab that. And so this is all brand new, as you can tell. And our Oathseeker armor is in a chest. Out around back here. So we're just gonna run by everybody for the time being. Everybody wants to fight, of course. Yep, I saw that guy up there. Need to be careful of him. Am I going the right way? Uh-oh. No, I am not in the right spot. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Yep. Let's get out of here. We're not even in the right area. So basically where we're trying to get to is right here. So let's just kill these guys. Okay. Good enough. Alright, so back to the sleep arrow dudes. But we do need to go around. Okay, sorry. I've only been through this once. Trying to remember what we gotta do here. Wow, there's tree guys everywhere. So we need to go up and around. Need to go around that down to there, so clearly this is not the way. Unless there's a drop down. There's a beach down there. I don't think I went this way last time. I don't think it's the way we want to go this time either. Yeah, that takes us out there. We don't want to go there. Okay. You guys are annoying. Your little wooden shields that I can't break through, apparently. There. Don't necessarily need that, but we'll take it anyway. Okay, back to square one here. Oh, jellyfish. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yep, let's get poisoned. Why not? Alright, these guys are very annoying. Very super annoying. Okay. So, we need to go up here. Let's head to that. Can't believe those guys take 3 hits. Okay, so we do want to go up here, and then we're going to wrap around. We got that arrow guy up there who's going to make our life miserable. Make sure you're blocking. And we're going to go around this way. Here we go. This is what we meant to do the whole time. I took us in a completely weird direction. So here's the other side of that wall that we couldn't pass through before. There's another singer right there. Don't worry about her. We're trying to get to the one. There should be a little ledge coming up with a bunch of sleep arrow dudes. Right over here, I believe. Yeah, okay, right past these guys. Hello, fellas. We're just passing through. There it is. So there should be a chest. Alright, these guys we're going to want to kill. There's the chest. That's where our armor is, but... we got so many of these guys. Let's just take care of them. Man, those shields are strong. Look at that. Finally. Alright, this guy's still shooting arrows at me. There. Goodbye. Okay. Oh, and we got another friend. Goodbye. Let me get my armor in peace, please. Oathseeker, Knight Armor, we got it. Okay. So this, if we want to take a quick look, increases strength and dex by 2 and increases all weapon damage by 2%. And when you drink a Crimson Flask, you gain an effect that increases your absorption to all damage by 15% and increases the damage of your weapon skills, heavy attacks, and guard counters by 10%. Pretty good. Pretty good. So is this our first armor piece that we've gotten of a set? I think it might be. Yeah, we still need to get the Godrick armor and the Veteran's armor. So we're going to pop on the Oathseeker. And we've got the Veteran's Gauntlets and Veteran's Greaves. And the helms are going to come last. Those are the hardest to obtain, so we'll get those at the very end of this walkthrough here. But for now, we can get out of here. And we are going to head to Dragonbarrow again. Specifically Fort Faroth. And we could start at Lenny's Rise. We could hit the East Caelid Waygate. I guess we'll just go to Lenny's Rise and go that way. Alright, so in Fort Faroth, we're going to be getting the Reaver's Odachi, which is a great katana, pretty cool weapon. We might switch off of the Greatsword and start using the Odachi instead. We will see, and then ultimately we're going to be getting the Phalanx Twin Blade, which, in my opinion, is the best weapon of this class. It's a lot of fun to use. Does bleed damage, has quick attacks, good Ash of War. That's my personal preference, but obviously you can play with what you want. Alright, so here's the Waygate. We could kill the Erdtree Avatar, but I'm just going to run by him for now. We're going to head up to Fort Faroth, which has been redone. Fort Faroth is a new minor dungeon now. And it's a little tricky to navigate, but we'll make our way through it. Gael is still here. If you need some runes, feel free to kill Gael. It's always an option. But here's our Grace, and you can see it's already a little bit different. Take a quick seat here. And can't level yet, which is fine. Maybe I can consume some runes, though. Whoops. And get some more strength going. 2 more strength, perfect. Which actually gets us to total strength. 30, so we're at 30 strength. 10 more, and we can get the special teleport weapon. Alright, so we're coming to Fort Faroth. There's a huge battle going on. You can pretty much just run by everything. Oh boy. Also a good place to farm some runes if you want. Just by passively standing around. But we need to get up this tree trunk here. And follow along this way. You're gonna have to do a jump here. Look at all these runes we're getting. Oh, he grabbed me. Just get these guys out of the way. Because we got to do some more platforming here. We got to make that jump. Alrighty, and this will take us in the fort. So, there is all kinds of enemies. You got these guys that grab you. You got the rock plants. You got rats. You got bats. This is not a fun place to be. I'm not gonna. You got poison guys. So we're gonna try to get through it as quickly as possible. It is very annoying to get through, I'm not gonna lie. So we gotta go around here, and then you gotta jump over this. And we're looking for a ladder. So that door we're gonna open later. That's where we're ultimately trying to get to. We need to get a key for that. Jump over this. There's gonna be a giant rat, I think, coming up. Do need a ladder. There it is. Okay, no giant rat yet. I'll get up there, please. Alright. Made it through phase 1. Now we got phase 2. And we'll kill some stuff. Look how tanky the rats are. Dragon barrel scaling. That's what you get. Tanky rats. Okay, where's the big one? I know there's a big one somewhere. Oh boy, I'm gonna get poisoned. Yep, that's fine. Poison I don't mind so much. It's slow tick. It's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, more rats. Let me see if I have some boluses though. If I have some, I might as well use them. I don't. Can I craft any? Deathblight? No, I can't. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just play through the poison. Got plenty of heals, so I just need to make sure I'm healing properly. Okay, we come over here, watch for these guys. We're gonna run and grab you. They love to give you hugs. More rats. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, the enemies are so annoying here. I'm just gonna get out of here. I don't need to fight everything. Alright, so you get here, and you gotta drop down. This is where the mama rat's gonna be. And more baby rats. Problem is I missed them with my sword. How about the Ash of War? Does that do better? That does do better. Okay, there's mama rat. Can we cheese you through the wall? We can. We will be cheesing you through the wall. Nice. Oh, you didn't stagger for very long. Am I doing damage? There we go. Nice. Okay, mama rat down. Good stuff. Alright, so there's another ladder here. Head up this. And now we got doggies. Awesome. More tanky enemies. Alright, heal up. This poison's almost gone. Get the bull goat greaves. We don't need those. That's not what we're here for. One more ladder. Alright, so this is going to take us to the roof. Okay, so, important fight coming up in order to get the key we need. And pretty much avoid all these annoying poison and rot enemies. These ones maybe kill because it's close to the fight we need to do. Ah, I keep getting grabbed by these guys. I can't believe it. Alright, I gotta heal. I do not want to get poisoned again. I would rather not be poisoned. He's gonna poison me. Man, this place is annoying. Alright, here comes more poison. Avoid that. Let's heat-seeking poison. I need to heal real bad. I'm scarlet rotted now. Get me out of here, man. Wow. Oh. The dogs, I swear. I can't heal. They're not letting me heal. Alright, we're pretty much at the fight I need to be at. This is awful. So there's the guy. We need to kill him. So let's hopefully do this, because I don't want to run through all that again. Completely buff up. I only have 2 heals, so we got to make this happen. It is a Grave Warden duelist, dude. Oh no. Okay, that sucks. I'm still rotted too. This is awful. And he's throwing more rot at me. Where is he? There we go. That's what we wanted. Nice. Okay, that was clutch. The problem is I'm rotted, so probably gonna die even if I kill him. At least I'll have the key. Just need to make sure to kill him. That's obviously the important thing here. Okay, good. Got the putrid key. Let's see if we can quickly open the door. It's right down here. We can just get the door open even if we die. Good, good, good. And I'm gonna die. Okay, that's fine. We can easily get back through the door. That was kind of clutch. So yeah, that roof is treacherous. You definitely need to be careful up there. I was not super careful. I was basically just running as fast as I could through it. I also didn't get the shortcut door. So I do need to go... That's the shortcut door right there. So I do need to go up and around again, but... It'll be much faster this time, because we got the door to the ladder open. Oh no. Okay, run around and do it again. At least we're collecting more runes while we do this. Okay, carefully drop. There we go. Jump. And these guys are back, but we're just going to avoid them and jump over here. Jump over there. Alright, so the door should be open. Right there, straight ahead. Perfect. Grab our runes. Get at 23k now. That's some levels right there. Open the chest. And a warding remnant. That is not what we came for. What we came for is right there. There is an item on that roof too. You can go and grab that if you want. I'm not going to, because if you miss that jump, you got to go through it all again. I'm just going to get what we came for. The Reaver's Odachi. Perfect. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go back to Roundtable. We'll see if we can upgrade the Odachi a little bit, because I might switch to that. The Greatsword's good, but it's just very slow. So let's see, Odachi. This causes blood loss buildup, which is another reason I like it. Anything with bleed is always good in these games. Alright, somber weapon, somber, large somber. Alright, we can get it to +5, perfect. So we do need some great sombers still. We could go for the bell bearing at some point, just so we have those. But let's test this out real quick. So it is a great katana. Got great katana movesets. And the Heart Piercer does that. So basically it's a Ash of War L2 into an R2 will do this spinning slash, which is pretty cool. Yeah, draw the weapon back, leap forward with a powerful thrust, and follow up with a heavy attack to form a low sweep. Pretty cool, and it does bleed, so not bad at all. So the Greatsword definitely does more damage, 265 plus 180. But this isn't too far behind it, and it does bleed, so yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the Odachi for now until we get the Phalanx Twin Blade. Okay, so next, we're going to start getting some more armor. We're going to go to Altus. So we're going to head to the Golden Lineage Evergaol in Altus, which is this one here, which we should be able to get from either of these graces. I guess we'll go here. Yeah, a whole bunch of Altus stuff we got to do next. So we need to head down under the bridge to get there. Avoid all these dudes. Take a left. Now, the boss at this Evergaol is not who you think it is. Normally, it is Godrick in the base game. But it's a different boss this time around. Luckily, we don't need stone sword keys, so we don't have to deal with that. We can just enter right in. Alright, let's use our buffs. Boom, boom. Almost out of blood greaves, we're gonna have to craft some more. And here we go. We've got Oleg, Banished Knight. And he's very aggressive, so prepare for that. He's gonna do lots of moves like that. There we go, nice stagger. Ooh, and we got a bleed proc. The bleed becomes very important. Absolutely. Alright, I need to heal. He can close in on you pretty quickly, so... especially with that move. Oh, tried to dodge it, but it didn't work. Man. Yikes. Okay, got another bleed. That was big. Let's use the Ash of War. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna heal to be safe, and then one more hit should do it. 2 more hits. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, that was kind of close at the end, but we got him. Alright, we get another Warding Remnant, which is great. We get his summon, and we get the Godrick Knight Armor. Alright, so Godrick Knight Armor, once we get out of the cutscene here. Godrick Knight Armor. When you drink a Crimson Flask, you gain an effect that causes 20 stamina recovery and immunity to stagger for 30 seconds. Pretty cool, not bad. So it's either that or 15% damage absorption and increasing weapon skills, heavy attacks, and guard counters. I'm going to stick with Oathseeker for now. Because I like that effect better myself. But we got the Godrick Armor. Now we're going to head into the outer wall of the capital here, and we're gonna go fight the Gargoyle to get the Gargoyle's Great Axe, which I believe is a weapon from the base game. I think the Ash of War is slightly different on it though. But let's go check it out. We'll buff while he's flying in. Okay. I'll tell you what, it's much easier fighting one gargoyle than two in the Valiant Gargoyles fight. One of my least favorite fights in the game. But one is manageable. Especially when you can do that. These guys bleed. Looks like maybe. That did a lot of damage to him. Alright, let's Ash of War him. Oh, maybe not. Let's heal, actually. Let's do that instead. Okay. Fun. I can't tell what's going on. There we go. Ash of War. Nice. Okay. He's down. Gargoyle's Great Axe. Gargoyle's Twin Blade. So the Great Axe, check that out real quick. It's not bad. Got these moves. Charge heavy. And the Ash of War, boom, boom, breaks a bunch of rocks around you. Pretty cool. I have not used this too much against bosses or anything, but it seems like it could be definitely a viable option. But I'm sticking with the Odachi, because I do like it. And I like to use the new weapons from the mod anyway. Okay, so Valiant Gargoyle's dead. Now we need to get to the Highway Lookout Tower, which is, I believe, here. So we might as well just go up this way. And that's going to get us the Pulley Bow. Or no, sorry, that's going to get us the Greatbow. You got those things. One thing to point out on the way here, if you are, obviously we're doing the retainer here, but if you ever wanted to change to a faith-based character, you can kill this Spirit Margit here, and he's going to drop a spell that allows you to use the fast teleport option, which is pretty cool. I'm going to do a separate video on how to obtain all of those. For now, we're just focusing on Mr. Retainer here. Alright. So we head over here. It should just be at the top of this tower. Just make your way through the camp here. Grab this bug. Lightning Slash. And we will jump up the rocks. Up the tower. I think there's dudes in here to kill. So just be wary of that. Maybe not. Maybe we avoided them all. Oh, there's one. There's this guy. He's nothing. Oh, there's two. Never mind. I knew there were dudes. Okay, this guy's more annoying with his perfumes. Oh, and we got some climbing up. Okay, yeah, there's definitely dudes. Nothing we can't handle, though. Alright, there's the Greatbow and some great arrows. So the Greatbow does pretty decent damage. Will it make me heavy? It does make me heavy, but honestly, I can take the shield off and stay medium. There we go. Okay, so Greatbow, let's check it out. Who can I shoot with this? One of these schlebs down here, and you get Titanic Shot. I need to put on great arrows, though, don't I? Let's take off the St. Trina's. $733 damage. I mean, pretty good. And it's not even leveled up. See how it does against this guy. This one I might need to free aim. Stay still, buddy. 453 on him. I hit his shield, though. So anyway, definitely a good bow. Level it on up and go to town. There is a golden seed down there we didn't get. I am full on flasks, so I don't really need it. So I guess we'll go to the next area, which is going to be the Ariza side tomb to get the palm axe. So we'll go back to the outer wall here. And we'll make our way over to Ariza side tomb. I think we go below, right? No, we don't go that way, never mind. Let's just go back to this. Duelist stuff. We want to head down below because we got to make it to the tomb areas. Watch out for the bear. Alright, here we go. So we're at the Ariza side tomb. If you're looking at the map, it's right here, basically on the outskirts of Leyndell. And we're hopping on in. Now this is that like puzzle side tomb. If you've played the base game and I've done all the dungeons, you'll remember this one. Luckily, once you know what to do, it's not that bad. So we're just gonna hop right in here. And I'm going to change back to my shield, actually, because I'd rather have that on than the Greatbow right now. Where'd my shield go? Okay, so we head down. The little cute jars running around. Don't worry about them. And you can go this way, or there's a way around. You can go down those stairs to get here. Obviously, there's the thing we need to pull. Gonna be these little gremlins everywhere. But first things first, we need to go down here and open this hidden wall. Get hit by the gremlins. But we're about to teleport, so oh boy, we got exploding pots. Forgot about them. Luckily they killed one of the imps and made him weak, so... Alright, so this is our first transporter. Take this one. So we bring us to the top portion here. Okay, he fell down, that's fine. Actually, I need to fall down too, so we're gonna go with him. Just get rid of you. Okay. Then we take this transporter against the wall. And we're basically just trying to get to the boss. We're not collecting every single item in this dungeon or anything. The boss is who drops the weapon. Climb up this ladder. La 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 la, nice long ladder. And this will take us to the pulley. Right where we want to be. So it's really not that bad once you know what you're doing. Obviously it's your first time doing this dungeon. It's meant to trick you, because the floors all look the same. So you hit all the different transporters, and you get transported to what you think is, you know, the first area, and so on and so forth. So then this one should take us back. Cute little jar area. Up the stairs and to the boss. Not bad, not bad. So, we will buff up for this fight. Only 2 blood greases left, but that's fine. We can always make more later. And we got another Grave Warden Duelist and a bunch of jars. Good start. Got the bleed proc, he's already half dead. Wow, 2 in a row, we'll take it. And he bleeds again. Much easier than the dude on the roof of Fort Faroth, that's for sure. And we get the Palm Axe Twin Blaze and the Soiled Loincloth, very nice. But this is now going to be our go-to weapon. The Palm Axe Twin Blade is super awesome. You can see it does 70 blood loss versus the 50 that the katana does. And just the moveset is super cool, so. That's the light attack. That's the charged heavy. That's the regular heavy. Then the Ash of War. Dude, it's kind of a slow wind-up. I don't use the Ash of War too much. It's very slow, but it does do pretty good damage. So yeah, head back to see if we can level this thing up.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Alright, another somber weapon. Ooh, I need more somber stones. Alright, we'll go to EG. We'll just get a bunch from him. Alright, got that to +5. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so, next on the list, we are going to get the Pulley Bow, which is on the west of First Mount Gelmir campsite. So, what we want to do is head here. We can go through Altus and run through it, but let's go to East Mount Gelmir here via Waygate. And we'll fight the boss there. And then head to the campsite we need to get to. Alright, Mount Gelmir, and we want Orton Battlefield on the eastern side. Okay, and who do we have here? We got Charred Banished Knight. Try out our Palm Twin Blade Axe on him. And if you spam it, it's going to do some good bleed damage, as you can see. Already got him halfway dead. Had to tank a couple hits there, but no big deal. Alright, Charge Heavy. Staggers him a little. See if we can get the Ash of War off. Oh yeah. Pretty good damage, as you can see. Wow, he's doing some good damage too, though. Oh, he's got some fire moves. Look at that. Let's try the Ash of War again. Oh, he broke it up. There we go. He's done. He's done. Alright, so now that we have that, we'll grab the Grace. And I have 74k. I probably should level up. I can get some good levels now. Look at that. We can get to 31 strength. We definitely want vigor and strength at this point. Maybe a little endurance. But I'm trying to get to that 40 strength because I want to get the item. What are we at here? We're at 36 strength. I suppose I could probably put on strength and dex by 3. Gets me to 39. But I can probably craft a +6 strength. Let's see here. Remnant crafting. No, I don't have one. Never mind. Okay, anyway. One more level of strength and we can get the teleport item, which is definitely key. Alright, so the good thing about this is we can jump down and go this way. Now you will get invaded by Anastasia if you... yeah, right here. You fight her if you want. Obviously you can run past and avoid. She's pretty easy, so do what you want to do. There's a Great Somber. Definitely want that. Get the dog out of the way first, and let's see if we can get Anastasia real quick. Oh, she got me. I can't believe I let that happen. I was just tanking. I wasn't even trying to dodge or anything. Alright, got rid of her. I definitely need more health. You know, I'm trying to get strength up to 40, but health is becoming important as well. Alright, so we need to go up the ladder here to get to the first kind of level of the mountain. There's the ladder. And there's an abductor virgin coming to say hello. Can we get up? Can we get up? Can we get up? Goodbye, abductor virgin. Have fun down there. Doggy, you can't climb the ladder either. You're on to bigger and better things up here. Now you might comment on my fashion souls. The good news is you can transmog your armor in this mod. Make yourself look a little better. My guy looks kind of wacky with all the different armor sets he has on. Definitely need a better helm coming up. We're almost to the helms. We need to make our way up this. These guys may follow us up the ladder. Yep, he's coming. He's coming on up. It's a race to the top. Is this dude up here as well? The other guy still coming? Oh, didn't even see him. Look at him, he's running away. I'm not going over there, dude. I'm only here for one thing. And it is this right here. The Pulley Bow. So this will be, you know, kind of your bow in between the Greatbow and the Composite bow. Put that on. So it's got Mighty Shot, enhances precision while shooting, enabling arrows to fly much further distances. So this, you know, can go further. So you got all three bows now. You've got your choice in what you want to use, if you want to use it. So now we are going to head to Volcano Manor, and I'm just checking quickest way to get there. So we need to get the Giza's Wheel. If we go to the West Gelmir portal, the top of Fort Lade, Waygate. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back here to East Gelmir, and then we're going to go to the Waygate to West Gelmir. And honestly, we probably could just run into the Volcano Manor. I don't think there's any reason why we couldn't do that at this point, but this is more fun. So let's go to West Mount Gelmir. We'll fight this boss. Demi-human chief. Probably should have a weapon equipped. There we go. Oh. Try the Ash of War on him. Come on over here. Oh. Of course, now he comes over. Try it again. Ugh. It's so slow. I don't love the Ash of War, to be honest. Everything else about this weapon is great. Got the bleed. Okay. Kinda took longer than I wanted it to, but that's fine. Alright, grab this Grace. And we're gonna head to Fort Lade right there. Grab some golden runes if you want. And a Baldachin's Blessing. Okay, and we're just gonna run by all these dudes. Watch out for the lava. I think the magma worm is still there. Yeah, there he is. Fight him if you're feeling it. I'm gonna run by him. so we're going to go to the entrance to the fort, which is on the other side. Enemies here aren't too crazy. Pretty much just going to run by everybody. You're going to have the prelates guy in here, which you can kill if you want. Actually, maybe we need to kill him to get in the door. We'll just kill him. Oh, we got another fire guy. Uh-oh. That makes things more complicated. Get at it. I hate this. I hate when you can't see what's going on. Alright, let's kill prelates. Good. And we got you. Okay, good. Alright, he drops the giant seal. Not a key. I guess we can just go right in here. So you could run around him. Just run in here. Get the Monk's Flame Blade. So this is a Flame Prophet area, which is a very cool class. I've been working on that one as well. Staff of the Briar, but here's the teleporter. And this will take us right to the fight we want in Volcano Manor. Prepare to get invaded. By Inquisitor Giza. Goza. There you are. Well, he likes to roll. And he's dead. Alright, use the Ash of War on him. Give me that Giza wheel. And you get a glowing rune of magma. Cool. I've never really used the Giza wheel, even in like the vanilla playthrough. It seems like a very cool weapon. I've just never used it. Pizza cutter. Yeah, and then you can just slice through dudes. Very cool. But I'm sticking with my Palm Axe Twin Blade, which I now need to get a little higher leveled up, so we might be going to get some bell bearings here in a little bit. Just gonna grab this grace so we have Volcano Manor access. And actually, we'll go back to Round Table. I did get a Great Somber. So we should be good to go there. To get the Twin Blade up to a +6.
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your arm.
There we go, +6. So we need one more Great Somber to get it to +7. So we could get the Bell Bearing, which is in Mountaintops, right outside this church, which also would get us a Sacred Tear. We need to kill this boss. We could do that, but I think we just continue on because we really just need the Veteran's Armor from Redmane Castle to get our pretty much every armor set except for the helms, which will be the last piece here. So let's head there. We should be good with our stats to get through this. And Redmane Castle is slightly different, but we will cruise through it here. Or at least attempt to cruise through it. It's not exactly a cruise through castle. All these legacy dungeons, you really gotta take your time getting through. There's no shortcuts anymore, really. Well, there are, but you have to unlock them first. Alright, so we head this way. That jump, watch out for ballistas everywhere. exploding ballistas at that. And we got gravity arrow dudes, of course. Come on. Yep, hello. Goodbye. Main thing we want is a grace. Which we're close to one. Ballistas everywhere. Right here. Alright, grab that and rest to reset all these guys. No, it's not gonna let me. I gotta fight them. Okay, now we'll reset. And, oh, I can get strength up now. Great. So we can also get that ring, which we'll do after this. Put soldier helm. But first we gotta make our way through this maze of Redmane Castle. And we need to kill the minor boss here as well. Ow. So, we just make our way through all this stuff. Actually, is this the way? Yeah, this is the way. Okay, it takes you outside. There is a Onyx Lord over there. He's nothing crazy. I think he dropped something. Let's see what this is, actually. Alright, leave me alone, Onyx Lord. I want the bug. And it disappeared. Okay, thanks a lot, Onyx Lord. These guys do not let up. Bunch of Star Callers. If you start as the Star Caller class, this is what you'll look like. Okay. Guy's got a crossbow, watch out for him. Alright, then we got the gravity arrow dudes. They're always fun to deal with. Oh, how do you get me through the wall with that? Alright, you got a pumpkin head here. I'm just gonna avoid him and go down the ladder, maybe, if he lets me. We'll just drop down. Hopefully I don't die. Yeah, okay, good. And you're at the next grace. Halfway through. We will rest to reset everything. And continue on. Watch out for these, they're gonna blow up on you as soon as you walk out the door. Just like that. And there is a shortcut door you can open if you want to with this pulley. But we basically need to make our way around to the next boss. I ran right into that fire. I don't know what I was thinking. So we gotta go this way. There's a giant ogre up there. He's gonna jump down and try to fight you. Feel free to fight him. I'm running by him. Maybe I'm not running by him. Now I'm running by him. Kill that guy. Alright, more arrow dudes. Always fun to deal with. Oh, I can never time that right. Alright, get rid of him. Cross over here. Oh, the ogre got me from down there. Fire arrows, nice. Alright, we're almost there. Got a captain, oh my captain over here. Let's try the Pulley Bow on him. Alright. Didn't do as much as I was hoping. Let's not die though. Let's not die. Okay, good. Alright, then we got a annoying... this guy. Swordsman. Alright, 2 chests. Page trousers, we don't need those. And another warding remnant. Alright, getting plenty of warding remnants, which is good. Large smithing. Kill you. Kill you. Now we head down these little cliffs and we're almost there. These guys are falling in love with the wall or something. Billy Madison reference for anyone that knows. And we have made it to the next grace. We're right outside the boss fight. So, let's make sure we've done everything we can do. Alright, now we can start pumping vigor again. It'd be good to get that to 40. Grab the eccentrics armor. Yeah, I guess you can't open that, which is fine, you don't need to. But we're at the next boss. This is Dak Starcaller Lord. I'm also going to put on a different grease since I'm out of bleed. Let's do some holy against... I don't know, let's do frost against him. Let's freeze him. There we go. And we'll two-hand this thing. Alright, Dak. He's a pretty cool boss. Got the Ruin's Greatsword. But I've got Frost and Bleed, baby. Which has not procced yet. Hopefully he's not immune to... There we go, there's the Frost proc. Alright, let's get the Ash of War, maybe? Nope. Let's try it again. Okay, I gotta heal. Oh, he's blocking me with his greatsword. Oh, he threw a stone. Didn't know he could do that. Alright, we got him. Nothing too crazy, especially when you're leveled up like we are. And then, as you can see, the Radahn Festival is ready. We will not be fighting Radahn yet, but you could if you wanted to right now. Alright, so let's level up Vigor, another level. And we get the Ruin's Greatsword and the Shimmering Relic Remnant. Actually, let's check out the Shimmering Relic Remnant. Here we go. Now we can get a little more damage going. So let's increase physical by 7.5. And do we want any of the warding stuff yet? Yeah, we're gonna want bleed, immunity. Let's grab that. And I should have used rot and poison for Fort Faroth, but oh well. Probably good for now. save the others for when we actually need them. Alright, so we've got this, and this. Enhances charge attacks. Let's get rid of that. Pop on physical by 7.5. So now these do stack. So I have Runebear's Claw, which increases physical by 5%. This one by 7.5%, so that's 12.5% physical damage increase. Pretty sweet. And then there's a couple more of those you can get, and you can totally stack them up and get super OP, and it's pretty fun. But we are here for the armor, which... Actually, you know what? I think I need to start the festival. So I gotta talk to this guy. Yep, we're ready. Skip the cutscene. And the armor is inside. Now the door is open. Got the chair there, of course. Veteran's armor, let's go. So, we now have the full veteran set, which in my opinion is the one to go with. So this increases strength and dex by 2 and endurance and vig by 4. So huge. Look, my vigor's at 40 when I put this on. Then when you drink a crimson flask, you and allies gain a buff that continually recovers 15 HP per second for 45 seconds. So you're just going to be auto healing every time you drink a red flask, which is pretty nice, not gonna lie. I would like to... I guess I can't go out that way. I think there's a Somber Stone. I just want to grab that over here. And again, you're definitely prepared to fight Radon now if you want to. I'm going to save all the bosses for probably another video. I'm just going to run through... Oh, it's scaled armor. Never mind, it's not a stone. I'm going to save the bosses for another time. So... What we're going to do next is get the ring that allows us to teleport, which is pretty cool to have. And this is going to be back in Altus. Right down, I believe down here, there's a camp, and there's an ulcerated tree spirit we got to kill who's going to drop it. So let's head that way. Beautiful evening in Altus Plateau. Alright, I'm not going to waste a freeze on this guy. We'll just do our couple flasks here. And there's our tree spirit. I think they can bleed. Already got him halfway dead. Just spamming the R1s with this weapon does a ton of damage. It's pretty much all you need to do. What, 2,000 damage in like 2 seconds? There we go. He's gone. Bracelet of Gold, and a large Somber, and a large Smithing. So the Bracelet of Gold. This is an awesome item in this mod that you're definitely going to want as soon as you can wield it. Let's put it on. So you need... actually, does it say? Yeah, you need 40 strength to wield it. So once you get to 40 strength, make sure you have this. And you use it, and you use the Ash of War, the Berserker's Leap. Woo! Look at that. Faster than Torrent. I'm just cruising around. And the cool thing about this is you can leap from like ledge to ledge here. So if there's a ledge that you can't normally make, just use this and you'll jump right across it. It does use FP, so be aware of that. But pretty awesome. I definitely recommend getting this once you can wield it. So, next for us, we are almost done. We have just about everything. The last few items are Letta's armor, the Veteran's Helm, the Oathseeker Knight Helm, and the Godrick Knight Helm. Letta's is in the DLC area. The Veteran's Helm is a Commander Nile drop, so we'll need to fight him. Oathseeker Knight is in Mogwin Palace. We need to defeat the minor boss there to find that. And And then the Godrick Knight Helm is in Erdtree, which we need to make our way through the Erdtree. Only the first part, luckily, which isn't too bad. So we'll be doing that next. Okay, so right now I'm going to head to a portal, and we're going to head to the mountaintops because I do want to get that next bell bearing so I can upgrade my weapons to +7 if I need to. So we are going to transport ourselves to the Northlands, and we'll go to the North Mountaintops. We want north or south? Hold on. Yeah, south is the foot of the forge. North, we want north. We want to go right there. So, North Mountaintops, Garrison Ruins. And I believe we have an Erdtree avatar, but I... Actually, no. This might be a fire enemy. Yeah, it is. So, here we go. Grand Flame Prelate. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you're easy. You're easy. You're already bleeding. Make sure I heal, though. So you can see I'm starting to regain health since I drank a red flask, which is nice. And Grand Flame Prelate is dead. Nothing too crazy. Alright, so the bell bearing is here still. We'll head that way. It should be... yeah, there's a chain right there we can take across. And we'll head along over here. Just avoid everybody, pretty much. Not sure you can jump down here without dying, unfortunately, so I think the safer bet... this one might be okay. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, there we go. Alright, head on over to the church. We'll grab the sacred tear while we're there as well. Might as well. Okay. There's the bell bearing. Here's the sacred tear, and here's the grace. Okay, replenish the flasks. And let's go back to round table. Offer some bell bearings if we have any, which we do. We will now get some great sombers. We'll get a few just to have them on hand. I think I only need one to get this to +7.
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your arms.
There we go, +7. So now we need Colossals, which the bell bearing for that is in Farum Azula. We could go there and get it, but I think we're going to be able to grab some along the way in our next few areas we're going to. We should be good to go there. We can level Vigor a little more, which is always good. Level Vigor even more. 35. There we go. Alright, so the next major fight is going to be Commander Nile. So, we basically need to get here. I always do this. I forgot to get the Grace at the Garrison Ruins. So actually, probably the fastest thing to do is just teleport there. Oh, I'm invisible. Look at that. Northlands and Garrison Ruins. Okay, let me get the Grace this time. And we're heading to Commander Nile. Quickest way to get there, not quite sure. Can't go right across that. There is a bridge up there though. Let's go take that. We do have the ring, so we can make some crazy jumps if we need to. The Grace down there, I don't think we need to get it though. It's kind of a random Grace. Skellies everywhere. Okay, that's probably good. Oh, Deathrite Bird's around. Don't want to fight him right now. Alright, so we're gonna head on in. And I'm gonna use the ring here, because I just want to cruise by these guys. Hold on, there we go. Alright. Pretty much just jump past them. Oh no, that was not good. Oh, you gotta kind of practice with it. Takes a little practice. But obviously aim the way you want to go. There we are. It's a good way to get away from enemies, though. Especially right here. This part's annoying. But we can just do that. Hold on, I need my weapon. Hold on. I'm just gonna die, probably. Yeah, that's fine. You got the Grace, that's all that matters. My runes, make sure I have those. And we'll just beeline it to Nile. So they did not rework Castle, what is this? Soul? Yeah, Castle Soul. They did not rework Castle Soul yet anyway. I don't know if they're planning to or not. Right now it's still the vanilla version, pretty easy to navigate. I mean, we're already at the boss. Here's a quote-unquote shortcut if you want it. You don't have to fight those enemies. We're gonna head right into the boss fight here. Freezing Grease, probably not the best to use. But we'll see how we do without it first. Alright, so we gotta kill the Schlebs first. Should go down fairly quickly. Except they're stun locking me. Wow, I was totally stun locked there. Okay, that's fine. I want to put a different grease on anyway. Alright, let's do this again. Blue flask. Lunges physic. Fire grease. In we go. Alright, we'll quickly take this guy out first again. One down. Alright, they're both coming at me at the same time. Alright, Niall's backing off. Alright, here we go. Niall time. It's Niall time! I'm gonna use a red just so I get the buff. Heal up. Let's get a bleed, come on. Yes. Oh, that was clutch. Let's use the Ash of War. Alright, no greed. No greed. Heal up. He's almost dead. Little greed. We'll take it. We got him. Veteran's Prosthesis and the Veteran's Helm. This is what we came for. Let's check it out. So, Veteran's Helm increases strength and dex by 1 and also increases endurance and vigor by 2. If you do not have a weapon equipped with int faith scaling, this item has the following effect. For glory, when you drink your Wondrous Physic, you and all allies gain an effect that increases all stats by 5 for 2 minutes. All stats by 5 for 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't want to use that. Pop that on. We got the full Veterans outfit now. We are cruising. Things are looking good. Alright, I'm also going to level... I probably should start leveling dex a little more. So if I level all dex, I get to 1205. I should say 444 in my right armament. Wait a minute here. Let's take stuff off. I just want to see what the Palm Axe Twin Blade gets to. Alright, so I'm at 134. Doesn't change. That's interesting. Do I not have the right... Am I not fully utilizing this right now? No, I am. It's just because my base dex is lower than 18, I think. Yeah, my base dex is 15. Which is why it does such a big jump when I do that. So it's gonna be kind of hard to tell what I actually get. I'm just gonna pump Vigor still though anyway. I'm definitely doing proper damage with the Twin Blade. Okay, so we got that. Let's put everything else back on. I haven't really been using the shield. I might not leave the shield on and just go with a bow. Probably upgrade my bows, that would be good. I'm not totally using them either, though. I'll just pop one on, it doesn't really matter. And the ring, I'll put the ring on the left as well. Wherever it is. Did I go by it? There it is. Okay, so we got Niall. Now we need to go to Mogwin, and we need to go to Erdtree. What do we want to do first? The Erdtree item is honestly pretty easy to get. We don't have to fight a boss. We do have to go through the top part, which is annoying. And we want to start... This takes us to the Erdtree, so I guess if we start here... head on up and fight the Godskin Apostle there. Pretty much go due north. This way. I think there should be a spirit spring around here somewhere. They're pretty good about adding spirit springs if they're not readily available from the vanilla version. Come on, spirit spring, please. Anyone? There it is. Okay, now we go this way. Probably should have grabbed a grace over here when I was grabbing that bow earlier, but that's okay. Grab this one. And it's apostle time. I see him. He's just chilling. Yeah, buddy. Oh, really, sir? Oh, I rolled into it. That was dumb. Okay. He's pretty easy at this point. We are very strong. What are our stats here? We got 50 vigor, 11 mind, 25 endurance, strength. Yeah, I'm probably going to start pumping dex next. I think that's really makes the most sense. But this teleporter will take us to the Erdtree. And it's a little bit of a treacherous run through the Erdtree here, so might take a few tries, but that's just the way it is. And actually, this is where a bow will come in handy. So you know what? I'm going to go level up a bow. And I think I'm going to use the Greatbow, because that'll do the most damage here. I got the Pulley Bow on. Well, we'll use the Pulley Bow. That's fine. Pulley Bow's good. I will want my unlimited arrows back on, though.
Well, I took you no matter how your own.
Okay, Pulley Bow requires sombers. Do I want to use the Greats on... I have the bell bearing, I might as well. Alright, we're good. Let's head back to Erdtree. And I can use the ring too, actually. This might make traversal a little easier around here. It is kind of annoying to get through this. Actually, where is there a jump I could make here? want that item? I might want that item. Hero's Room. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, then... And that would maybe be a jump we would want. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. We might be okay, though. We're okay. Alright, big jump. You ready? Here we go. Yeah! Nice. I lose a little health, but that's okay. Alright, put the bow back on. Alright, so this guy's here. He definitely wants to fight. Maybe I just ring by him. Woo! And actually, I wonder if I can jump over this thing, because that's where I need to get to. Probably not, but let's give it a shot. Oh, I can. Look at that. Well, we just trivialized the new Erdtree. Much easier just doing that. That ring is pretty OP. Going the actual route you have to go there is pretty treacherous. Alright, maybe we can jump our way down as well. That would be nice. We don't want to die, obviously, so gotta be a little careful. Alright, let's get these guys with the bow. .436, not bad damage. Need to stay still. Quit flying around. There we go. Alright, got him. We'll do mighty shots on Leonine here. 620, not terrible. Alright, he's coming up. Let's fight him the real way. Where's my weapon? There we go. Okay, I just kind of tanked through that, but we'll take it. Alright, we're looking for spots we could potentially jump. Jumping down there is death for sure. Maybe there's no good spot quite yet. Alright, could I jump that way? Nah, it's probably not worth it. I'll probably just fall and die. Great smithing. We will start to get better stones around here too, which is good. These guys are tanky, man. Okay. Drop down here. Oh, there's an ancient. And a large. This is not the way to go, but there might be something I want out here. I wonder if there's stones. Yeah, what is that? I want to see if it's a colossal. It is. Okay, I'm glad I got that, even though I might die. Alright, we'll head back the way we came, the way we were supposed to go here. Do the next grace. Look at that HP just ticking up. You'll love to see it. Alright, and we will rest. Can I level? I can. Alright, let's start doing dex a little bit. Actually, does this weapon even... Yeah, it does. It scales with both. Everything's strength, dex scaling pretty much with this class. Alright, so we drop down here. Somebody wants to kill me already. This guy. Alright, we're close to the armor. It's somewhere right around here. We're gonna go through this. Into this room. Alright, and we will fight the dudes here. So they're out of the way. You see all the Godrick Knights here, hence why the Godrick Knight armor is here. Or helm, I guess, not the armor. Okay. Got him. Alright, and then there's going to be a tanky boy in here. Oh, we sneak up on him? Backstab? Nope. He's dead, though. Here's our armor. Godrick Knight Helm. Looks pretty cool, that's for sure. So, if you go with the Godrick Knight Helm, Strength, Dex, and Endurance up by 2. If you don't have Int Faith, when you drink your Wondrous Physic, you gain an effect that lasts for 2 minutes, causes a secondary effect each time you block an attack. This secondary effect increases all damage you deal by 3%. You can stack it with itself up to a total of 30% damage increase. So basically, if you are using a shield and blocking, you want to use the Godrick stuff. I think I've said that before, but that is your armor to go with. However, I like what the Veterans does. You know, health ticking up. And getting a buff that recovers 15 HP per second. Which, wait, do they both do? Does the helmet do that too? No, this one increases stats, that's right. And then the gauntlets. Using the grease, you increase all damage. And then this one is 10% damage reduction and immunity to status effects. Yep. I like the Veterans. That's just for me. Alright, so the last thing we need to get is the Oathseeker Knight Helm, which is in Mohgwyn Palace. Or we could go to the DLC and get Leda's armor, which might honestly be easier, because to get to Mohgwyn, there's 2 ways. You do the invasion over here and take the portal, which means we'd have to fight the boss here to get to Consecrated. Or you can go to the 4 Belfries. You need a Stone Sword key, an imbued Stone Sword key. Go to the Mohgwyn Palace area, you have to fight a Crucible Knight, and then you can get to the actual Legacy Dungeon itself. I kind of want to go to the DLC first, so let's get to a Waygate. We'll head over to the Shadow Realm. Realm of Shadow, and we're just going to go to Gravesite Plains. That's where we need to go, and it's probably the easiest boss that you fight here. Quickly buff if we can. Monstrous Spider Scorpion. Where is it? There he is. Hello. Let me hit you, please. Thank you. Yeah, he's not too tanky, and it bleeds, so good stuff there. But he can do some damage, so just be careful. Not as much as we do, though, I don't think. Yeah, that was fairly easy. Especially for Shadow Realm. Oh, and we get a golden extract. So these are the things you can make with your remaining golden seeds. Handy to have. I don't know if I'll pop it on, but restores HP, FP, stamina, and the Flask of Wondrous Physic when you use this, so pretty cool. So if you're in the middle of a boss fight and you need to just replenish everything, pop that thing. It'll definitely help you out. Alrighty, so we got 70k runes for that, which is nice. So Leda's armor is going to be way up here, which means we go all the way around to get it, which is fine. Unless we can use our ring to jump, but I don't think we can make the jump. Certainly can try. Because this is where you start the DLC. That's where we need to get. That's it hanging off the cliff right there. There's a way we could jump up there. That would be key, but... don't think that's going to be possible. Nah. It's too high up. Alright, that's fine. We'll take the long route. Shouldn't take too long, a couple minutes maybe. Cruise on through, see the sights of the Land of Shadow. La la la. Nothing really overhauled here yet. There's a few things, but nothing major. I gotta imagine they're gonna rework all the legacy dungeons, same they did with the base game. Which I am very much looking forward to. Curious to see what they can pull off with this. Remember when I first saw this guy, my first playthrough of the DLC, I went straight for him. The big furnace golem. And when I basically could do no damage to him, I knew I was in for something with this DLC. It was kind of funny. No one really knew. Like, you knew you had to get Erdtree fragments to upgrade yourself, but you didn't really realize how important they were when you first started out, or at least I didn't. I got like 2 of them, and it helped, but you need a bunch of them to really make a dent in the base game DLC. Okay, grab this Grace. And I might as well level up while I'm here. Dex going. Perfect. I hope they turn this area up here into a legacy dungeon too. I feel like it's a pretty big area up here and there's really not much to get. You can get the Blood Fiend's arm, which is the best weapon in the game, but other than that, there wasn't too much else. Some armor, a talisman. I think you get a Erdtree fragment up here, but like that whole thing right there should be... I hope they turn that into a legacy dungeon in the Convergence. Prospect Town. Is this the way I want to go? It's not, is it? Nope. Wait a minute, what's going on here? I do want to go this way. Need to go veer more to the left. Oh, larval tier. Nice, we'll take it. Nice jaunt through the Land of Shadow. Peaceful. Alrighty, so we need to get down there. which I usually just jump onto this thing. Drop down. Somber Shadowstone, that'll come in handy for later. Hada, that's not what we want. We want this. We want Leda's armor. So Leda's armor reduces weapon stamina cost by 2% and increases weapon damage by 4%. So when you drink a Crimson Flask here, you gain an effect that increases your absorption to all damage by 15% and increases the damage of your weapon skills, rolling, running, and jumping and backstep attacks by 10%, lasts for 45 seconds. So basically, if you want more damage, wear Leda's armor. Whereas I am getting HP regain and Strength and Dex and Endurance and Vig points, which I still think that's better, but if you want to go pure damage, pop on Leda's. Could come in handy, you know, for certain scenarios. So, we only have one thing left to get. That is the Oathseeker Knight Helm in Mohgwyn. So, I didn't get the Grace again. That's fine. We'll go back to Lands Between. And I guess we'll go the Consecrated route. I don't think I have an imbued sword key. Let's check, but I don't think I do. I have a Putrid and a Rusty key, that's all. So we'll go Consecrated, no big deal. So Northlands, Consecrated Snowfield. Alright, this boss could be a little tricky. I think it's an Albinauric rider and she shoots arrows and stuff. Let's quickly buff. Yep, there she is. Yeah, pretty tanky. I need to heal real bad. Do you bleed? I hope you bleed, because I kind of need a bleed proc on you. There we go, maybe. Oh, I gotta heal. Heal again, heal again. Oh, I died. I was getting very greedy there, just kind of whacking away. Come here. She's got really good aim. She's like riding off the side of that thing. Come here. Oh, that was a huge bleed. Wow. Why didn't I get that last time? I just got another one too. I don't know why I wasn't getting that last time. That was way easier. That was crazy. Alright, make sure to get the Grace. I always forget to do that. Where is it? Like it's out here. Minor Erdtree. Okay. We will rest up. We will level up. Dex to 21. Perfect. I probably could use some more endurance too. Actually, I should get that to at least 20. But we want to get to here. Fight the invader and hit the portal to Mohgwyn. So everything has been very spread out for this class. There's definitely other classes where you won't have to go around so much of the map, especially the spellcasters. Everything's a little more condensed for the spellcasters. But with the martial classes, just the armor is randomly scattered everywhere, so it takes a little longer to get everything. And you obviously don't have to get everything. If you know you want to get the veterans or the Godrick, just go for that and don't try to get everything. But obviously, I'm trying to do a guide here to show you where to get everything and what it all looks like. Plus, it's, you know, if you're in for an experience, it's fun to go to all these places and check them out. So I do recommend doing that if you have the time and the patience. We do have another golden seed right yonder. I think there's a bear around here, so just be careful of that. Oh wow, that thing is making his shots over here. This is not the right location, is it? Curious what's up here, though. There's the bear. Oh, whoops. The bear's up here. Okay, well, we know that now. Obviously the bear can open that thing for us, but I don't care enough about that. I would like to get to where I need to get to, which is over here. These crystal buds while we're here. There's another bear. Alright, so the Waygate should be down here. I think we're going to get invaded as soon as we jump down. Yep. Alright, let's kill this guy, get him out of the way. And we'll wait for the Sanguine Noble. Do I have any more greases I can put on? Holy. Try holy. Well, you want to fight me, huh? Let's get you out of the way. He's got the blood commas, which are an awesome weapon if you're doing the blood initiate. Highly recommend getting that weapon. And he drops them, the blood flame commas. They are super fun to use. Cool. Alright, so we're on our way to Mohgwyn. Now, I'm going to be cruising through it. We do need to kill the minor boss here in order to get the Oathseeker Knight Helm. And I still don't have a light, do I? I really should get a light. You start in this little cave, but it's just going to take you out to a place that should look familiar. Mohgwyn Palace. You cannot use the horse anymore in here, so just be aware of that. It is now I guess it's a tier 3 legacy dungeon. The Mohg will drop a one of the third keystones. This Waygate will take you to that Crucible Knight fight. I'm not going to do that because we don't need to. If you want to kill him, go for it. But that's basically the other way from the 4 Belfries. Oh, I can't level. That's fine. Alright. You still have the Albinauric farm here, so if you want to get some runes, kill these guys. They drop a ton. 2,000 each. I think there's some stones, actually, that I probably should grab. Because we're at the point where we need some colossals. Blood Rose, don't want that. So notice there's a gate here now. You can't go this way and progress. Oh, that's not what I want. I thought there were some stones down here. Maybe this way? Bloodflame Dragon, he's on the other side of that gate. Very much an optional boss. You do not need to fight him. Alright, well, we'll progress on. I'm sure we'll come across some stones along the way. This is a endgame area, so we should be getting endgame loot. Let's see if this is one. Nope, Blood Boil Aromatic. Don't care about that. Alright, so tons of these enemies. There's a Great Smithing. I don't want that. Golden Seed. Don't necessarily need that. Golden Rune. Alright, so you can run past all this stuff. You don't even have to come into this room if you don't want. I'm just looking for stone, so I'm going to come through here real quick. Newman's Rune. There's the White Mask stuff. And what are these guys guarding? Bloodfiend Sacred Spear. Okay, so I did not need to go in there at all. Let's keep it moving. Swarm Pot. Oh boy, they do some damage. Wait, let's see what this is real quick. Great Smithing. Alright, so we're getting Smithings, but I don't want Smithings, I want Sombers. Colossal Sombers at that. Okay, another optional little church here. There's a Great Somber. Verifying boluses. So these little lizard dudes, they do blood flame damage instead of death blight. Marine 13. Large smithing. Alright, we'll just keep it moving here. Again, you can just literally buy all this. You don't have to kill anything if you don't want. There's that dragon. Now, there's probably a stone in one of these inlets here. Oh no, those guys do that, I forgot. I just want to see what this is. Great smithing, okay, still don't want that. Oh boy, alright. This will be fun to run through with a boss shooting blood flame at me. Hero's Rune. Hero's Rune. Excrement. Grease. This might be a stone in here. Nope, more blood grease. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's get out of here before he shoots blood flame into the cave I'm in. Ow. No thank you. No thank you. I'm all set with you guys. Thanks a lot, though. Oh. You know what I should be using? I should be using the ring. Woo! But what's this item? What's this item? Golden rune. There we go. Get right out of there. Great smithing. Whee! Give me some colossals. Alright, now we do need to fight. Let's actually kill these guys off so they're out of the way. We need to fight that flower to progress. Which is a little annoying, but gotta do what you gotta do. This is where we can put our immunity to bleed on, actually. That's exactly what I should be doing here. Grants immunity to bleed. Now I can just kind of sit in this and not even worry about it. There's someone behind me, isn't there? Yeah, where'd you come from? Can I jump by you? No, doesn't look like I can. Pretty annoying they put this flower here, to be honest. It's so tanky. But then you get to Palace proper here. And this is where we will continue on. There's Grace to the left. Please be a Colossal Somber. Yes, it is! Nice! There we go. We can upgrade the Twin Blade Axe again, which is good. Continue on from here. Alrighty, so we have made it to the midway point of Mohgwyn Palace. We're gonna head on up. And maybe there'll be some more Colossal Sombers along the way. Kukris. We may have found the only one. Sacred Bloody Flesh. Newman's Rune. Blessing America. Boluses. Let's check over here real quick. And we are about to enter the minor boss fight, so... And it's a bit of a tricky one. He's a bit of a doozy. Look at all this blood flame stuff. Probably should have rested at that Grace, but there should be a stake here, so I think we're alright. Let me just check what this item is real quick. Blood Rose, okay. Alright, we're gonna head into the boss. Now, important that I have my Stalwart Horn on, immunity to bleed, because this guy's gonna do some bleed damage, big time. Let's see if we can kill him with 3 flasks. Gonna be a little tricky, but... Conrad! He's very aggressive. Does mega damage. That move right there, I tried to dodge it, but this might kill me. Yeah. If you get caught in that, you're pretty much dead. That is a bit of a... Look at his face. Alright, I will not be super greedy. Get away from that. Oh, he got me anyway. Alright, let's heal. Might do his chain move. No, he's not doing it. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Oh, he's getting me. Okay, we healed. Okay, good. There's a bleed. This might get him. Oh no! I tried to dodge into it. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I got myself out of it. Okay. Whew, that was lucky. I just mashed buttons there. That seemed to help. Alright, we got through Conrad. 200k for Conrad. Look at that. We can really level up now. So, what do we want to put some in? Let's get some endurance going. Get that to 20. Do we want any more mind? I'm not sure we do. Vigor, I think we're fine. We're at 50 vigor with all the armor stuff. Oh, we get a little more dex. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Level 72. Not too bad. Alright, so now we need to get through this part, which is pretty quick. Kill these guys if you need to. A lot of them are just little mannequins there. And there's going to be a false wall right here. Boop. Pop through that. You can hear the merchant playing his sad little violin. Go talk to him. Get his bell bearing. And he sells some stuff. He sells some blood grease. Might as well grab 10 of them. And let's put that on instead of holy, actually. Got 15 bleed greases now. And then we can just run through this. You can obviously explore a little bit more and look for items and stuff, but we're so close to getting the final helmet. Yeah, there's stuff down there you can check out. And this will probably look familiar. This is basically the grace right before Moog. Nothing too different from here on out. Just rest on that. Reset the world here. So the helmet is going to be in this chest up here. You can just run up there and suicide bomb it. I'll try to pick these guys off a little bit here. A little bit of a slow roll to kill all of them one by one, but it's a little safer, you know? Yeah, these guys all coming is fine. It's the Sanguine Noble up there that you want to be careful about. Pretty good rune farm here, too. Okay, Sanguine Noble's here now, which is fine. Focus on him. But you know what? Let's just go get the chest. At least open it. He's gonna follow us. There's the helm. Got it. Oh, I'm locked onto the wrong guy. Get out of there. Almost got him. I'm getting greedy. Got greedy. It's still alive, though. Okay, got him. And then don't forget, the Ancient Somber Stone is right here as well. Boo-boo! Alrighty, so with that, let's head back to Round Table. That should be everything along the path of the retainer. Let's just check out the helm we got here. We got the Oathseeker helm. So this one increases strength and dex by 1, all weapon damage by 1%, and then when you drink your Wondrous Physic, each successful attack you perform on an enemy reduces the damage of the next attack you receive by 50% for the next 7 seconds. Additionally, whenever you are struck by an attack, you become less likely to be staggered for the next 7 seconds. So that's more of a defensive one. Definitely very good. Obviously, play around with the different sets, see which ones you like. I still like the Veteran. Works for me. But I think that's about going to wrap up this video. We've gotten all of the items along the path, all the armor sets, pieces, all of the weapons. The one weapon we didn't get was the Blade of Valor, because that's the weapon you start with. So I didn't grab that. But that one's in Stormveil Castle if you do happen to want to find it. So that's it. Next, I will go through and kill all the bosses. That'll be a separate video, and then stay tuned for more walkthroughs of the other classes. Thank you all for watching, and I'll check you later.